Welcome to the In Season podcast, rated R for language and E for excellent.
Nights where I have insomnia, I'm just gonna stay up and call it insomniacs.
Hey, that'll be perfect, man. That's the best time right there.
I'm gonna tell everybody who has insomnia, check in right now.
There's got to be more of us that stay up late. There's no way.
Insomniacs time?
Yes, it's insomniacs time. You're right on time, right?
I'm right on time.
Yeah, me, you.
Me,
Yes.
you, Andrea, and Jason.
Let's get it started.
No, Juniper, you cannot eat my superstar.
See if I can stay awake a little while longer.
Oh,
yeah,
well, I'm
yeah.
fighting it too.
Jason, you are here, my man. First time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's for the first time. I did take a nap, so I'm ready for it. So let's do it.
All right. You
All I can
probably
say
have-
is I took my medicine when Pookie told me to, so I'm surprised I am still awake.
I got this one from Dating Advice. It says, "Why do I always end up in the friend zone? Male, 31 years old, always hearing the same things. I wish I could find someone like you," or "I can love you better if we're just friends." Do I fall for the wrong women? Are these signs that I don't know how to pick up on? Ugh.
Okay, dude. Yeah, you're going after the wrong woman. You're probably going after it wrong. And also, do you know how many women really just want friends? That's all we were fucking want. We just want friends.
Yeah. You know
My
best.
best friend is a guy.
And so is mine.
Yeah. One of my best is a girl.
See?
My best is a woman.
One of the comments here says, "Wrong women, of course. You have a pattern and you need to find out how to break it. Maybe choose unavailable, emotional women based on their looks and don't look at the personal and emotional features. Or maybe you rush too soon to cling and desire them too much, and you need to be the opposite and magnetize and seduce them instead of opening all. Become a person you want to be for yourself, not for them, and you will attract." Another one says, "Stop thinking you can, end quote, nice your way to a woman's attraction. Just go after what you want early on, build a rapport, test the waters by flirting a little. If she reciprocates, ask her out. If she says no, move on. Don't stick around and try anything to change her mind. You should also, end quote, fall for anyone, never fall for anyone you're not actively dating. That's called a crush, not a love." I like that. Clearly, your wants and needs do not match up with theirs. Perhaps you are more serious than they are. They want to have a casual relationship, but you want to take it over the top romantically. Over the top. I'm a 31-year-old female, also having this issue, but with men. Is it possible you are picking the wrong women? What do they have in common that point to them being possibly unavailable or non-committal? How did you meet them? Dating apps? If so, did they put a lot of effort into their profiles? Do they seem like they actually want to settle down? But looking through comments, it's also possibly that they just did want sex, or after however long you guys dated, they just didn't realize you were the completely not compatible for whatever reason. But that's okay. Take the L. Likely it has nothing to do with you and doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. For me, I just try to remind myself that I'm the kind of person I want to end up with wouldn't friend zone me. So ladies who have friend zone, you aren't the one. That's from a lady. Nice. Advice on someone getting friend zoned. I think you're rushing in too quick. I haven't had anyone friend zone me, and it sounds like it sucks. Yeah, I can't remember any friend zone situations that I can remember. Luckily, but I have some friends that were already in the friend zone, so things like that happen.
I've been situations where people think they aren't in the friend zone. And it's like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Liz and I were. Not even in the friend zone.
I like being friends with people.
Oh man, I like being friends with people too. Oh man, there's some long ones here.
I know. These are all so long.
Okay, I got one. A guy drove 4 hours to see me, said he wanted to make things work. We watched fireworks together. He took my hand. When we were walking, we kissed and said I was beautiful, even talked about moving in together. But then text saying he realized his feelings for me were strong friendship. This came around 2 a.m. the next day, saying he couldn't sleep because he was thinking about our time together and he really enjoyed spending time with me and getting to know me, but didn't want to lead me on. I was surprised, but accepted it and asked him to not contact me anymore. But anyone asked? No, I didn't sleep with him. If that's all he wanted, the outcome would have likely been the same whether I slept with him or didn't. Is it weird that this caught me off guard? Uh, Weird that it caught you off guard. People are weird, so I wouldn't say it's weird. People are weird in general. I'm not gonna say men or specifically women. People are weird. So,
They wrote a song about that a long time ago.
but people are weird.
Yeah, people are strange.
Yeah. So it isn't
I
bad on you
don't
that you didn't
understand
notice.
something
Sometimes
about
people
that.
are just say that again.
I don't understand something about that. Um, now I don't remember what I don't understand.
The person said, "Is it weird that this person called me off guard?"
Oh, I got it. She said that they were talking about moving in together and
Yeah,
they hadn't slept together yet.
yeah,
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
that was a red flag. Doesn't make any sense at all.
Right.
Um, One here says, "Is this the first time he met you in person? He may think you're not as attractive as he thought, and didn't want to hurt your feelings and realize he was not attracted to you anymore." That is very possible. She said it was the first time we met, and it's a possibility. Our thing is, he's the one that kissed me multiple times and initiated all of them, and he said I was beautiful a number of occasions. So it is what it is. I was 100% sold on him, but was open to seeing where it went. So all this means is we weren't a match. Kissing you does not mean he wants you. Just seeing how it goes. Sometimes men just test the waters. I'm just throwing that out there. Um, you don't even have to like her. Then you can get home and be like, oh, that wasn't what I expected, but it went well. Let's not try to do it again. Thoughts, ladies? Men can
I'm
be
gonna
weird.
be honest. I wasn't paying attention.
My honest thought is that I can't believe they're talking about moving in together after they just met each other for the first time, but
I mean,
I'm old.
I always say live together before you marry someone.
I agree. I said I would never get married again.
And neither am I. Fuck that shit.
One of the comments says, LOL, he did all that to have sex with you. Sounds like he didn't had sex and then reconsidered. Right. Another one says, it's also dating. You spend time with them and realize that you're not into them like that, then move on. And the next time someone says something about getting married or serious on a first date, you should run away very quickly. Are you hot? Maybe you had a bad hair day.
Wow.
He probably has a girlfriend. Did you brush your teeth before the date? You must have slept with him. Blokes are great to chicks, but then they want something, and then that is the nature of the idiot, I suppose. I'm a guy, but I am not one of said idiots. Forget you then. He didn't fancy you enough. Did he find out that you dated a lot of dudes in the past? That would certainly drive most men away. His responses are hilarious. Dude has issues. Please don't make first dates 4 hours away. Learn your mistakes. Oh yeah, that could be a thing too. It's 4 hours away. It could be like, nah, that wasn't worth 4 hours.
Maybe that's why they were moving into each other. Easy access.
Right. It's a funny memory about how guys think with their brain. Heart and dick and mix it up sometimes and get confused. Forget you too then. Someone else said red flag. Someone else says sometimes we get caught up in the moment and don't realize the reality of things. 4 hours away, maybe he realized he wasn't ready for that kind of change. The hookup note was helpful because that's when my mind went away immediately. It could honestly be just because you didn't hook up with him. I think because he was love bombing, it kind of eliminated rational reasons. Even if he wasn't pushy about sex, he might just have expected it and expected you to initiate because he was being so nice. The rational thing could be that he wanted to feel chemistry in the end and he just didn't. Sounds like love bombing to try to get lucky. Failed and realized 8 hour round trip isn't it. Looks like you upset him. Oh no, looks like you're upset with him. Talking talking about moving in together with a guy is wild. And then the person says he brought it up, not me. I also declined. You didn't make it sound like you declined. From the beginning, it sounded like you were all for it. I flew my girlfriend from Texas to DE. If he want you, if he want to, if he want to, he would, shorty. Oh, I think those are lyrics to something. That's why it looks so confusing. Nah, what he realized is that after a honeymoon phase comes responsibility and obligation to protect and provide for you, starting with family, etc. And he wasn't ready for all that. Very much possible. Somebody said, not gonna lie, it's probably a lot on his mind and he doesn't know what the hell to do because 4 hours is crazy. I wouldn't dare if I truly want this relationship. Yeah, I think 4 hours is a little excessive, especially just to go get to know you.
I mean, I could see if they had like a long-term online relationship, you know,
Yeah,
and then they come together and they meet and after that, but just like, hey, we met 2 weeks ago and let's drive 4 hours to meet, that just kind of sounds like he was trying to get in her pants to me.
yeah. It's like I'm coming all this way,
Right, what do I get for it?
right? Um, yeah, it's a long drive for nothing. So he went home sour, and he won't be coming back. Okay, I got something here, you guys. It says you meet your 18-year-old self. You're only 3 words, only allowed 3 words. What do you choose?
I already
18.
got them.
Say that again.
I
Got
already
her
got them.
answer.
What age would I go back to? What 3 words would I use? Or is the age already?
You meet your 18-year-old self today.
Yeah, it
3 words. What do you choose?
Actually,
it's
is go back 1 word or 2?
2.
Oh,
I'm gonna go through some comments.
go back home.
Go back home. At 18, you didn't tell yourself that?
Yeah, because when I am 24 and pregnant and my mom is asking me come home, I would know what to do.
Chris, the champ of Insomniacs, is never here during the day, but he has a good job, so he stays at work.
Hey, Chris.
Hola.
I respect that. The Insomniacs king. You won't meet everybody else because you're never here enough, but you're
I was
working.
gonna say, I don't know that I've ever met Chris before.
Yeah, he doesn't come during the day because he has a good job, like us other. I mean, unlike us other epileptics, some of us are working. I'm not against you having a job, Chris. Love it. I love that you're doing something. I wish I could.
It's a victory, and we're making fun of ourselves.
Yeah, Chris. I wish I could work. I wish I had your job. Chris,
Can I-
What do you do? Oh, wait, you're the pizza guy.
Yep.
Yeah. He
What
told me he
part
can't
of it?
do all the tossing the pizzas, behind the back and all that. He told me he couldn't
Oh
do
yeah, all that. Yeah, definitely.
You can't?
No.
Oh.
No.
That- because
What
the
part
way
of
they
the
do
country do you live in?
New England.
New England?
Yep, New Hampshire.
Are there any black people there?
Yep.
Do you
There's a
know
couple of
where
black
New
people.
Hampshire is?
Nope.
It's near New York. Now, think about your question.
It's a little
Black people.
distant from New York.
Gosh, it's close enough. You're all squished together.
No, there's I work with a couple of black people, a couple of Mexican people, one dude's from the Dominican. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I definitely would say I have for someone with our disability, with however you want to call it, I am in a great spot for, and what's the word? I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but I am
You're
very
our
lucky.
hero.
I'm very lucky.
Yeah, what I was watching was World's Most Craziest Prisoners, and they were talking about New England, and he was like, "You already know why he's there." And he was like, "There aren't black people there. Why would he go there?" And then I was like, "Oh, I never heard that one before." Yeah. So
Like the misnomer, there's no Jews in the South.
you heard that before?
Yes, I have.
That's wild.
I live in the South.
Yeah, I know. So a few of these comments. Chris?
Actually, hold on, before you say that, the funny thing is I grew up in a place where my mom worked, where They would get a lot of visa workers or people who would work would come into, because I grew up in Maine. They would have a lot of visa workers on visas, and a lot of them were Jamaican women.
As Mr. Miranda says, immigrants, we get the
Yeah.
job done. Or they.
And they were some of the wonderful
Night again,
people.
Jeff.
Good night, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Hold on,
Wish
Jeff.
we hadn't
What are you
met
gonna say
either.
if you meet your 18-year-old self? You didn't say that yet. 3 words.
Enjoy the time.
One here says we fucked up.
Nope. Enjoy the time.
All right,
I
you have a
love
good
it. I love it. That, yes.
one. We
That's a
fucked
winner.
up. That's a good one.
Take care, everyone.
Oh no, Jeff's
This
is
is-
a winner.
You as well.
Have fun.
All right.
One here says don't start drinking. Another one says leave him today. Invest in Google. Hug your parents. Floss every night. Don't get married. We fucked up. Don't do drugs. Protect your money. Please buy Bitcoin. Don't get fat. He ain't it. Mom
I-
dies early,
I learned that all the hard way.
but he ain't it.
No, don't do drugs, don't drink, those kind of things.
Yeah. And it says mom dies early. And the other one said so sad. My mom was 2 weeks shy of her 64th birthday. I was 40. Still hurts. 68. It's a big deal. With my sisters and me. Get past that 64th birthday. Mom dies early. This one.
I'm lucky
Great
to
Christmas.
have my mom still alive, and she helps me with a lot with doctor stuff.
Yeah,
I
me
feel
too.
you. I'm lucky to have my parents with me. I lost my grandfather just 2 years ago.
So-
98?
Dang.
My grandma was
I
98 too, but she was 98 when she died, and that was in 2016.
I don't know what
Yeah.
it's like to have a grandparent.
Me either. I don't know what it's like to have a grandpa, but I've had grandmas too. A great
I
aunt.
had grandma and grandma and grandpa. Saba was an asshole.
I got some more of these comments here. One says, read this note. Another one says, trust your confidence, trust your gut, stop smoking today, don't get married, don't join the military, don't do meth, save more money, please finish college, you'll be fine, buy Amazon stock, wear a helmet,
Definitely don't do meth.
concentrate on college, don't get married, get out now, please listen carefully, save more money, stop fucking drinking, don't center men, no marriage, buy 10 Bitcoin, just kiss her, focus on our academics, hug your sister, change your major, Apple, Google, Bitcoin, quit drinking now. I'm not even 18 yet, LMAO. I guess I'd say, how's it going? Investments over dating. Don't marry young. No student loans. Never touch alcohol. Stop doing drugs. Focus on school, leave men alone. It gets better. That's the last one I read. It gets better. That's what I would tell my young self. It gets better. Because, yeah, it could have been worse. It was worse.
There's a time where me and my buddies were like, "Oh, we got some ketamine for free."
Oh man, we got this one, bro.
It was like a
We
half
gotta
an
leave
hour
that one
later.
alone.
Half an hour later, we're like, "Guys, this is not ketamine. This is meth."
Uh-oh.
And I'm pretty sure that and the sleep deprivation is what brought my seizures back.
Oh. All right, I got something else here. It says, do you feel like best friends can become partners someday? Why or why not? I think it's possible.
It all depends, I would say.
Successful? I don't know. But could they be partners someday? Yeah. Uh, yeah. I had a kid with my friend. So there's that. But yeah, will it be successful is the question. Can it happen? Yes, it can happen. Yeah, someone here says potentially. Yeah, I started dating my best friend and we're going on 7 years together now. Congrats. If both people are interested in that together, then yes. If either person isn't into it, then no. Absolutely, that's my favorite kind of relationship. Potentially, yeah, of course. Depends on the people and the situation. Absolutely. I'm a strong believer that if there's a strong friendship to fall back on, it's likely going to be uncomfortable trying to be totally open with your romantic partner. I'm also demisexual, so sort of biased.
I have a bit of a relationship with one of my coworkers like that.
This is also all women responding because this is under the Ask Women subreddit. So, Chris, we're learning something. This is how the women feel. So another one says, yes, I married him. Another one says, my husband wasn't my best friend, but he was a good friend before we started dating. I would say he's my best friend now. I wouldn't be someone's partner without being friends first. If I'm going to spend my life with someone, I want to actually like them, you know? Yeah, no. I never had a best friend, but I did have friends who became boyfriend, two to be precise. I believe it's possible either you had attraction from the start and it inevitably became romantic, or while frequenting each other and sharing moments, you realized that you two were compatible. Toaster, can best friends become partners? Why or why not?
Yeah,
Totally, right?
definitely.
Yeah, that's what I
mean,
thought.
that's the best type of partner.
Right.
If let's see. I mean, my parents are the best is the best example I can think of.
This is
They've
on
been
the
together
Axe.
longer than I've been alive, and they were best friends.
Oh, nice. This is from the Axe Women subreddit, so all the women are answering, and me and Chris are learning, sitting back, learning some stuff about these women. Another one here says,
Mm-hmm.
"My husband and
We're
I."
mysterious creatures.
Right.
I think
I mean, I would say
men are
all
more
human are.
mysterious.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe they're just confusing.
Someone told me my hair was majestic. I was like, I like how you put that. Majestic. I've never gotten that.
Yeah, I would say your dreads are fucking awesome, dude.
Majestic though, that's a word I've never heard.
Majestic? Yeah, I don't know
I
about
think I've heard
majestic,
someone
but
actually say it.
Majestic is a great word.
An
Yeah.
awesome word.
Yeah. So
there's a
I'll post that video next week.
there's a song lyric that I randomly will say is, "I got my dreadlocks in a napkin ring," or something like that. I think it's from Deltron 3030. For some reason, I just always remember that.
All right.
And I definitely don't have dreadlocks.
That'd be cool if you did. So I got some more comments here. One says, my husband and I were best friends for a year before we started dating. We've been together 18 years now. Congrats. Yes, because understanding is one of the main elements. And since they've been together for a long time, they can be really good partners. Absolutely, yes. It can work. I've seen it many times among friends and acquaintances. Oh, and me. And there's a risk, of course. If it doesn't work out, sometimes that's okay, but sometimes it's bitter wrecks more than just your partner relationship. But life doesn't come too many guarantees, and some things are worth big risk and big loss. Absolutely, it's possible. That's how a handful of my past relationships started. It's not a guarantee because obviously there's no way to make sure that both parties are going to be interested in the other person the same way. I didn't think about it like that. It can, but it's not possible if there's no romantic or sexual attraction. That can grow too. But if everything there, no romantic feelings, it just won't work. Forcing yourself to date someone because they're funny and kind, but there's zero attraction is horribly unfair to both. We reach each other's BFFs. We tell each other about 90% of things. Got to keep things private though. I totally think I could be with a best friend if I had a best friend that wasn't. Yeah, I could date a best friend. I have a few best friends that I date. Yeah, they probably already know that too. What's the funniest reason you ever got in trouble at school?
At school.
You really want to know?
I used to go in the back of the class and eat my lunch and eat other people's lunches. No, wait,
Okay.
funny. That was kind of mean back then, but I didn't know it. I was like, because we had to bring lunches to school. So yeah, that was messed up of me. But I was in my cubby eating my lunch and their lunches. Well, not their lunches. I think I was eating like snacks and stuff. Back then, I was a kid. Yeah. I would have like one thing from each person's things. I got in trouble for that several times. And then they started thinking my mother was starving me. And I'm like, that's not
God.
what's happening. That's because I'm eating my lunch.
Spooky sunshine.
Yeah, I'd be eating my lunch while we're supposed to be doing something, or keep going to the bathroom and eating more and more. So when lunchtime comes, I'm the only one that doesn't have a lunchbox full of food. Yeah.
They won't miss one thing. They won't miss one thing. They won't miss one thing.
Right.
You make your own lunch.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Make my own lunch out of each one of everybody's things. No, what I did was eat all my lunch and maybe one of their snacks every now and then. That's what I got in trouble
No. Okay.
for. Yeah.
Funny thing is, when I was in school, I would just play a lot of World of Warcraft and fall asleep, and they didn't give a shit.
Oh, a fellow World of Warcraft player. Horde or Alliance?
um,
When I was in school, it was probably more Horde, but now that I played recently, is more Alliance.
I played more Horde when I was harder core, but yeah, I played both sides.
One of the comments here says I got in trouble with the FCC. My high school had a radio station. I did a show my senior year every other Friday for 2 hours after dismissal. our music collection was popular music orientated, but I wanted more eclectic show, so I made my own mixes. It was good about using I was good about using only clean songs or clean edits of the songs, but one show I fucked up and I forgot about a stray, end quote, fuck in a song. I wish for the life of me I could remember what song it was, but this was nearly 20 years ago. Anyhow, we got a warning from the FCC, and the RTV teacher was given a great teachable moment for classes. I avoided major trouble, but I was definitely sweating there for a second. From the
Night,
FCC.
Andrea.
Good night,
So
Andrea.
before you go, I want to know what you got in trouble for.
I'll be here for a couple more minutes because I'm gonna smoke before I go.
I want to
But
hear what you got in for trouble for in school.
Me too.
I really never got in trouble because I think I was too afraid of my mom.
I would say the same thing.
Mom power.
I wish.
I
I
got
could
more in
offer up
trouble
a
with
couple of stories.
My mom was my best friend. So there was that.
So
I think I would have had more structure in my life if my mother was not my best friend and was more strict. I may have went further in life, but I was still gonna have epilepsy, so uh
night, Jason.
there's that. Good night, Jason.
Good night, Jason. Sleep
Good
well.
night.
So, okay. There's so many stories I could tell you because I was that weird kid that got in trouble for reading during class. But the stupidest thing that I ever
You
got
were
in
that
trouble
you were
for.
that girl?
Yeah, I was that girl. Now my mom worked for the school system, so you know what the teachers would do? They'd take my books and then mail it using the school mailing system back to my mother. So I'd get it like 2 days later.
Oh, so
She'd
you
come
lose your
home and be
spot
like,
too.
"Yeah, pretty much." That's how I learned how to. I actually think that helped my reading, to tell you the truth. Um, but the stupidest thing I got in trouble for was I was in this before school program when I was in middle school. And well, I love animals. And there was a cricket hopping around. It's like, oh no, poor guy, let's catch him. So I caught the cricket, go up to the teacher, like, I got the cricket. I need to go outside and save him. Now, I was also the girl that insisted my parents stop at the bottom of the driveway so I can move all the caterpillars during caterpillar season. The teacher wanted me to squish it. She was like, no, let it go, squish it, yeah. And I stuck to my bases. And like, I'm not going to squish the cricket. I want to save it. I got to save the cricket. I got sent to the principal's office. I got in school suspension. I think I probably would have gotten off if 2 months before I hadn't, broken the arm of the girl who bullied my sibling.
You broke somebody's arm?
Yeah,
Yes,
Toasters are gangster.
they drew on their scalp a swastika on their scalp.
Mm.
You drew a
Yeah,
scalp on whose swastika?
no, the bully drew a swastika with a Sharpie on my brother, well, then brother, now siblings, scalp.
Oh my goodness.
Her and her
Yeah,
buddies held him down and drew on, and he's not going to do. They're, they're like
that's wrong.
they're not going to do anything. They trained all their life. You don't fight girls. You're bigger and stronger, and it's just you don't do it. So they didn't do anything. Well, I'm a
Until I
girl,
kick their
so
ass.
I'm going to get even because you don't do that to my big brother.
I understand.
So I think that also fed into the reason why I got re-suspended. Is because I was
That's
always
probably
seen as the problem child.
you had been a little bit of a problem child for a minute.
Yeah. But
I
that's the
really don't want to
stupidest.
go to bed.
You want to hear gang stories?
Gang stories?
Oh,
My
go ahead,
God.
Sculpture.
So
I grew up in like freaking sunny suit. Like I can't even talk now. I'm tired and high.
Oh God! Well, I'm high with you, so.
I grew
I'm
up in
also a few
super.
beers deep, so not high though.
See?
I
But you're
grew
with
up in
us.
like nice suburbia, picture perfect picket fence suburbia, and you guys are talking about
So
wars and
I
breaking
grew
people's arms.
I grew up in a very mixed neighborhood.
To add about drawing something on people, when I was a teenager, me and my buddies thought it was funny to start drawing swastikas and penises on the kid that passed out. Then we're like, you know what? You know what would be really funny? If we just continue these Sharpies and make him black.
Oh God.
So we did that, and then I woke
I
up to
mean,
him.
there's a difference between that type of child
Yeah,
mischief and holding someone down and doing it.
yeah. But
That
I
type of
woke.
child mischief I can actually forgive because it's just child mischief. Your friend's asleep. You're
Yeah,
gonna.
I even now today I feel so fucking bad about doing that. It's
Some of
like
the things that I did out of complete and total ignorance and stupidity as a young person, I just like cringe about and hate myself for.
Yeah, yeah. And now I'm watching my son do it, and I'm like, oh, don't do it. You did it. Shit.
Here's a few more of these comments about what not to do. Well,
And
what people did to get in trouble at school. One says, I ate glue. I don't think that's the reason to get suspended in trouble. I think maybe you should call your
that
parents.
is a stupid reason.
yeah, there's a difference between eating it and huffing it.
Yeah, if you're eating it, your parents need to know that. But get in trouble, I wouldn't think that's a problem. But yeah, that is a stupid reason to get in trouble. One says, me and my buddy drew a mean picture of a girl that rode our bus. Was sent to the principal's office. Was sent to the principal's office to have a chat. To be fair, that girl was not very nice. Went around the security software on one of the computers on the computer to change the background image. Landed me 1 week in school suspension, taking me out of my computer lab class. It worked out, however, as it landed me an internship with the technology coordinator of my school district 22 years later, and I'm still here. Oh, nice. You hacked your school's computer, changed the background, got suspended, and then they hired you for technology coordinator. I don't suggest this. That's dope to turn it into what you turned it into.
That's like
Or like, oh, maybe he
writing
has
a
some.
bad school review and then being hired by the school newspaper to do a biography on the principal.
Right. There's one here said I got suspended for bringing a laser pointer to the rally. I got to the office and one of the TAs that I knew was like, "That was you? they were talking about on the radio. I wasn't one to get in trouble. Then it wasn't funny. Now it's hilarious.
There was a time where I was getting a handy from a girl and the teacher was talking to me.
Come on, man.
We
Next
didn't get in
comment.
trouble though.
Next
Which
comment.
go
This
ahead.
one says, for sprinkling water with friends. A kid was blowing into a good and plenty box in 4th grade, and it made a noise, so I laughed. I got paddled by the nuns for laughing. It was in the 60s. Maybe it wasn't that funny. Nuns in the 60s got paddled? I didn't believe that was a thing. I thought they were joking.
Oh no.
You
Yeah.
can hit a kid with a paddle
Uh-huh.
in school?
Yeah, I happened to my parents.
Uh,
My mom talked about one teacher who absolutely loved whacking kids with a ruler on their hands if they weren't writing correctly.
Yeah, that's definitely back in the day. Like it's definitely there.
Yeah, ask Jeff.
I had a stepfather was basically it was more of verbal, but he definitely wanted to do some physical, like abusiveness in that way.
Sorry to hear that again.
Mm.
I got some.
Actually, Chris, can I talk to you?
Of course.
Okay. There's someone that I love very, 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 very much. He's my father. When I was younger, my father had a really, 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 really bad drinking problem.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds strange if you hear the
No,
stories of my dad
no.
today.
That
Um,
might no, go ahead.
but he now is not an alcoholic, but he still drinks. He has, like you, managed to find a good harmony of how much is too far.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to find that. I think you're still in that, but I want you to know that that harmony can be found, and I think you're on a good path to getting there.
I appreciate that a lot. But I would still consider your father an alcoholic.
Well, yeah, he still drinks because
But the only way the reason I say that is because he still drinks.
true. So when
And
I mean alcoholic, I meant violently alcohol. Well, not violently. He was never violent.
Means like excessive drinking,
Yeah,
waking up,
yeah.
person's on the floor.
excessively. Yes, that's
So
it.
like I was saying about how I had a abusive stepfather. He
Yeah.
would drink a lot, and I definitely picked that up from him, as much as I hate to admit it. And I'm at a point where I've been able to control it in a sense, but it's still
Yes.
but it's still not like still there's nights where I can't control it. I mean, drink a 6-pack a night,
I know there's nights where he stays up all night.
but I also when I'm drinking, I end up being very friendly compared to someone who's not, who can easily become aggressive,
Combative.
combative, and anything like
Yeah,
that.
my dad was
Like,
never that. He
yeah,
when I meant the
and
over excessive drinking himself to the floor type of thing.
yeah, and partially, I feel like partially that's kind of why I still kind of drink is because I like when I came in, Pookie's like, "Oh, hey, Chris, hey," at the end of the night, and this is where I'm more open.
Yeah,
It
I
makes
think
me
you're doing it
form,
safely, I should say.
yes, and it's kind of odd that it's safely because I'm epileptic and
Enabling.
No, it is safely. You're doing it at your own house. You're
Mhm.
you're doing it recreational to relax after a long day's work,
Yeah,
and
and I
you
work it
aren't harming anyone else.
You're
exactly.
enabling
And that's
him.
the biggest
You are
part.
enabling him. You know
I
what
And
that
am.
yeah,
means?
And
I
you
would
should
say
stop.
no,
Enabling is telling him, trying to tell him to do the wrong thing the right
in the
way.
right way. Yep.
Oh well,
Enabling.
I'm good at being the little devil on your
Let
shoulder.
me tell you a safe way to break the law. That's how that is.
But no,
Okay.
but
I did
also
not realize I was enabling. I did not mean
no,
that at all.
That's what that
no,
is.
don't feel bad
I'm
in
so
that way at
sorry.
all.
Yeah, don't
Because
feel bad. I'm just saying that's how it is.
because at the same time, I'm know what Pookie's saying. Like, I know that the way he was saying it, and like, I am there, and I have before, what was it, like half of last year, I was not drinking, but now it's been, I mean, probably, I want to say 8 months, 6 to 8 months this year that I've been drinking. And yeah, I know I shouldn't be, and I know it could be in a better way, but and I 100% agree with you, Toaster, where I'm in a better spot than I have been in the past. So don't feel like you're enabling me in that way. And don't honestly don't feel like you're enabling me in any way. And because I 100% agree with how Pookie was saying
Thank you for that.
that. Yes, don't I enable myself because I'm on anti-seizure drugs. So the withdrawals, I feel like, okay, yeah, I can be a whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, no, overall, I should not be drinking. But
Right.
it,
Bottom
it's
line. Bottom line is you should not be drinking.
Yes,
bottom,
bottom
that's bottom
line.
line.
Not gonna tell you how to do the wrong thing the right way.
Exactly,
Right.
Bottom
yes.
line
Right.
is stop drinking.
And it's hard for me because I see alcohol anywhere and everywhere. So at the end of the night, I want
Boogie's already raising
to,
his
what's
hand.
up? Well, actually, before you say that, I see. I mean, anything and anywhere. There's always ads for drinking. I like a lot of sports, so there's obviously always drinking. But there's also um gambling, which I I mean I suck at it, so I've never been able to do it in a good way, quote unquote good way. But I don't. But with drinking, it's too easy for me to start drinking than it is to stop drinking. Because start drinking, I was last time I started drinking, it was March of this year. I was like, yeah, whatever, YOLO. Maybe I'll drink a couple beers tonight, but then I ended up drinking, well, more than a couple
A
beers.
couple, more than a couple.
Yeah. And then I got to my point where in like before that I was off of drinking for like 3 or 4 months because I did like half a year last year not drinking. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I'll have a beer or two. And then now I'm back in that spot. It's a continuous cycle where it's just hard to quit and then it's easy to start again. Cookie, what are you gonna say?
I was going to say that I don't know how you said you drink like a 6-pack a day after work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how hard it is for you to stop drinking. Maybe it's harder because you're alone. But the way that my thought process went was one day drink 6, then one day drink 5, taper down, and one day drink 4.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I've tried that, and I mean that's a good way to stop.
Titrate it. Like a
But
medication.
the hardest part is the sleep deprivation, because sleep deprivation is my #1 trigger of having seizures, and I can easily just, if I don't drink it quote unquote enough, then I'm not gonna sleep enough. Is kind of how I am and where I'm at.
Hmm.
And as much as detox, rehab, whatever you want to call it, that's just expensive, especially where I live.
Rehab is expensive everywhere.
This is gonna sound weird. Are you scheduled for any EMU visits?
Anyway,
Epilepsy monitoring unit visits? Where you stay in the hospital for like a week or 2?
well, see, that would be like several $1,000s for me to do,
Oh, okay.
even with insurance.
Just not quite research hospital, medical teaching hospital. There we go.
I think my doctor might be getting sent back home.
The new one?
Yeah, he's from Kazakhstan. And they're starting to do those visa things to where they're just
Oh
taking people back, and he's not a citizen.
shit.
And that sucks.
And yeah, like I was saying earlier, a good portion of last year I was able to quit on my own, but for some reason after like 3 months or so, I like start craving, which with my doctor, I think if I maybe that we have talked about drugs where but I would have to stop drinking before I could take those drugs. So now I'm in the process of being able to stop the drinking, and then I think maybe we could actually those things could actually work.
How long would you have to stop for?
Never really give me an actual number, but I think it's just simply, I mean, probably by a week or so. But like I've said, the sleep deprivation is, and possibly having a seizure that way is what kind of scares me.
Have you ever talked to your doctor about not being able to sleep without alcohol? Like sleep medications?
Yeah, and I mean, I mean, I don't know if I necessarily said it that in that context. So yeah, that could possibly be a thing that we could focus on, but
Yeah, because
because I've
I know
also,
that some sleep meds are given in short term. Or even long term if needed. Well, I know long term. I take long term sleep meds.
I got something, you guys.
Oh, yay.
It says, "What is one quality from your parents that you are not conscious of not being like?"
Huh?
That you are conscious of not being like. The quality from my parents that I do not want.
Oh, okay. That's what that means. The quality of my parents I do not want.
I mean, I've basically been there and done that. I mean, I
Uh,
can't even really think of something
I'm gonna
in
go
Well,
through these
my
comments.
state of mind.
yeah, because I'm coming up blank.
Some of these comments, go ahead. One says, thinking a child is capable of making adult decisions. My parents were divorced. My dad was extremely abusive, and it scared me to tell him I didn't want to see him anymore. My mom believed it was up to my 6 to 7 year old self to stand up against that. Instead, I endured the abuse until I turned 18. Being avoidant. My parents are incapable of talking about emotions and showing affection. I'm doing my best to break the cycle and not be like them because I don't want to live like they do. Pretending everything's fine instead of talking. Not smoking and budgeting my money. I'm rich. I'm the rich one in the family. Not really. I just budget my money and live within my means. Alcoholics and delegates of responsibilities. Alcohol ruins people, and not owning your shit or even trying to do a minimum hurts other people around you. Drinking and smoking, silent treatment that goes on for weeks and months. My parents have not done that. I'm not telling my children I love them. I knew they did love me, but I was never told. I tell my kids several times per day.
I mean, I kind of get that last statement. Like, growing up with my abusive stepfather, I can't recall my mom really saying she loves me, although I know she always has. But my father, I never really felt love from him whatsoever.
That is
Yeah,
so weird. I have no clue how to answer that question other than sounding silly. Like, I hope I never gain my mom's fear of insects and other creepy crawlies because she finds all these animals I find so cool and interesting and have like it was either yesterday or the day before, a millipede got into the garage and she freaked out. It's like, it's just a millipede. Guess what? You touch it and it curls up. And then you can pick it up and you take it outside. That's all you do. But she freaked out and she was like, no, get a paper towel. I'm like, it's not gonna hurt me. And it's like, wash your hands. Like, of course I'm gonna wash my hands. But
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, I hope I never get that way.
I would probably be a little more uh scared if it was centipede, millipede, whatever. But I also grew up with a very, I wouldn't call her germaphobe, but she's definitely a germaphobe mother where she's cleans for a living. And when growing up, she would give us chores to do, and I would just not do it because she would just end up overdoing it, regardless of how I would do it. So that kind of makes me connected to where you were saying about your mother.
Yeah, I you gotta get a little bit of background. I was the child that, um, when I was about Jeffy's age, actually, found the cutest little snake you can imagine. It was beautiful. It was so pretty. He was about that long, and he had this little diamond pattern and a bright green tail, and his head was kind of in the shape of an arrow. You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah, and I hate it because I hate snakes.
Well, it's a copperhead. My mom freaks out and does.
Oh, if it was copperhead, I'd be freaking the fuck out.
Well, okay. Nowadays, I admit I am the snake person, and no, well, I'm becoming the snake person in this neighborhood too. But yeah, I've always been the snake person. If there was a snake, I would get it. If it was not a threat, or if it wasn't venomous, I would take it and I'd take it out further. If it
Yeah,
was venomous, I'm sorry, you can't be living in population. I can't risk myself.
most I would see was gardener snakes, but I get why some people like them and all that, but like
Oh yeah,
any kind of
I
snake I
still
see,
find
I'm
them
like,
cute.
I'm gonna run the fuck out of there
Why?
Mm.
because of just how they are. Like how they don't have fucking legs. They have
You see,
like
I don't understand this on an intellectual level. I just don't
I seen
understand
like
this.
this
This
big
is how I
snake.
got in trouble with the cricket.
They had this big snake, like this. It was like a cobra, and it was huge. And this one guy was touching it, and he was like rubbing it as it was like standing up with his hand, following his hand. And that snake was really long, and they said they could
Oh,
go around like 20 miles per hour
what
and
is
catch up with you.
yeah, yeah. Some
how
snakes are very fast.
I never understood how like snake. What are they like in India where they would like play their
Snake
fucking
charmers.
yeah charmers yeah that I mean just
I
snakes
can't quite
don't
remember how that worked. It was
Why do
something
you
to do
want
with
to?
the sound and the
Why would you want to do
vibrations.
yeah.
that?
What was that, Pookie?
Why would you want to charm a snake?
I wouldn't. I would have run away.
I like snakes. I had one, but yeah, I had one.
I had a
It's.
bearded dragon once.
I had
I
a
mean,
boa.
hell yeah. I'm all about bearded dragons. They're cool looking. They seem normal because they have legs. But the way snakes move, it's just. I think it's the way they move and are able to just
Okay, okay. Question.
go ahead.
How do you feel about spiders?
Like oh, whatever.
I love
Okay,
spiders.
because they have legs. All right, all
Yeah,
right.
I think it's just
Okay.
simply legs.
I love
All you
spiders.
need is legs. What about earthworms?
Worms, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I can just step on as much as I wouldn't, but like, because I'm kind of there with you where like I don't want
We're getting off track. I'm sorry, Pookie.
Now you make me want a snake.
I love snakes.
Me too.
I don't. They they're the most alienated I feel like in this world.
Yeah, I had a snake and it got out a few times. I woke up one time and it was on my pillow next to me. It was curled up under the pillow. So when I moved the pillow is when I noticed it and it scared the shit out of me.
Okay, I wouldn't sleep with my snake.
It got out the night before and I couldn't find it and I gave up.
My very first job was at a museum, and we had a few snakes there. And one snake was a um, Burmese python, and she was 12 foot long.
That's
And
fucking long.
sometimes we just let her out to roam because she was the most docile thing
Like,
ever.
how the fuck are they moving?
Oh, she moved. We had like a twice daily parade pretty much through the little um rainforest section, and people loved seeing her. And she was docile because she was so fucking used to kids touching her.
Yeah, if I get if they're like kind of raised in that way, and especially like a museum or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, she was
But
born and
also,
bred in that museum.
It reminds me of the
Well,
I
not
was at a
bred, but
museum,
born.
but not a museum, but like a zoo. There, I remember like it was like a petting zoo, and I like ran over a kid because there was a llama in my face, and I'm like, fuck this guy, he's probably gonna spit my face. And I ran over a kid just to run away from it, and I felt so bad
A
about the
llama?
kid. Yeah. I was
Where
like,
were
this
you at
fucker's
to
gonna.
see a llama?
You see, the llamas and alpacas are actually assholes.
Yeah.
Where did you see a llama at?
The petting
It was
zoo.
yeah.
Where?
It's called. It was like the York. It wasn't New York Petting Zoo, but it was
Oh, I thought you just meant like in the wild somewhere. I was
no.
like, where were you at?
It was in a zoo.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. He just went out in New England. It was just standing there on the street.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what
like,
I'm like. I'm like, where the fuck? Where'd you see a llama? And
I don't want this fucker spitting in me.
uh,
And I ended up running over a kid.
they're talking about at a zoo. Couple more of these comments right here about the traits you don't want from your parents. I think the traits I don't want from my parents. I mean, one quality of your parents, so you're conscious of not being like my parents have backbone, and I don't exactly have a backbone. I'm non-confrontational. I mean, I know how to fight, and that's that. But yeah, they approach situations differently instead of approaching a situation angry. Um, my mom, she might won't smoke longer than my dad would. My dad, he get real angry, and if he's gonna do something, he's gonna do something right then and there. My mom, someone does something to her, it crosses her mind every time she sees that person. I'm thinking, um, but yeah,
I mean that's something I had to kind of involve with myself. Evolve, not involve. I don't know if that's the right word, but whatever. Um, being confrontational with people. I mean I had bullies in high school, middle school, whatever school. But at the same time, I was doing a lot of taekwondo, so I was able to kind of know how to fight for
I did
myself in a
taekwondo
sense.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was an
Okay.
orange belt. What kind of belt were you? Yeah, it was probably an orange belt.
Second
or
degree.
or,
Well,
or
second degree decided. There we go.
so yellow?
No, black.
Oh, you're a second degree black. Okay, yeah. So
Jeffrey's a
I
purple belt. Oh, okay. Sorry.
yeah, you're good. So when I first started, I went to it was probably like a month or two I was in taekwondo. I went to a tournament, lost instantly, but then was able to what is it, spar with a black belt for like a year, and then went into that
Oh,
same
nice.
same tournament, and no one got a point on me. I ended up
Yes.
that gave me a lot of fucking confidence. And now I give it a joke at work where I'm like, oh yeah, you wanna spar up? I'm an orange belt in Taekwondo, which is like the second or third belt you can
Je-
get.
Jeffy has a friend, um cute little redhead, Fireboy. We'll just call him Fireboy. Um, Fireboy is Jeffrey has always been on the small side. Fireboy is smaller than Jeffrey, same age, was picked on, and they're in the same class, started at the same time, and he, he is not picked on anymore. That boy swept the tournament. He got gold in sparring and forms. It was amazing because we all knew Fireboy as this cute little tiny quiet boy, a little quiet laugh, and it was just, and he deserved it. He absolutely deserved it. Sorry, I just mine went off into a memory spark.
Oh, go ahead.
No, that's the memory spark.
I'm gonna get to these comments, a few more before we move on. Someone says, I don't have their temper or lack of self-control, no verbal abuse or hitting on my end. I hate seafood. Dad, I'm still alive. Mom, I also don't smoke. I did for a bit. I quit because Dad kept breaking into my room to take my cigs when his ran out. Hitting my parents, love hitting us. Both of my parents were bigots. I am happy to say I'm not like my parents. What is a bigot?
I don't know necessarily how to define that off the top of my
An
head.
asshole.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the best way I could say off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Piece of shit.
Obstinate, just to be obstinate, usually very in your face, just because they're from a
Racist
different
is probably
group.
also another good word for a bigot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's here in the definition too. So as a person who
No,
is obstinately or unreasonably attached to a belief, opinion, or faction, especially one
okay,
who is
yeah.
prejudiced against or antagonistic toward a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular group. Similar would be chauvinist, partisan, sexist, racialist, racist.
Racial? I've never heard of that word before.
Racialist, yes.
Shouldn't it just be racist?
There's
Racist?
racist. Racist is here. And the
Oh,
next
racist.
fact is racialist.
What's the difference?
Chauvinist, sectarian, dogmatist, homophobe, prejudiced person.
So, like we said earlier, a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. Constant negativity. My mom is a negative about literally everything. I think she used it to get attention and sympathy. Because of this, I make effort to focus on positive things in life. Every night I think about one thing I'm grateful for, one thing I appreciate about someone, and one thing I accomplished that day.
Oh, that's wholesome. I like it.
Constant arguments every day. I thought only my parents do it. One is toxic, one is normal, very annoying. Comparing with others, I hate being SM. What's SM?
Oh, in this context, I can't think of anything.
A stupid motherfucker.
Okay. I hate being SM. Okay, makes sense. The stupidity towards money and self-consciousness. Addictive behavior, escapist. I'd rather raw dog my entire life by having to face it all head on, if it means I'm healthy and not in chains. Caring what others think. Anger. Not being gross and messy. Not chugging pop all day. Actually working out and treating my body well. Avoid bottling things up. I'd rather speak, even if it hurts. I'm accountable for my actions, unlike them. My parents were both math math, whizzes, advanced algebra, calculus, and more. It took me to learn how to multiply a 2-digit number by another 2-digit number. I remain incapable of learning fractions or dividing with these decimal points. Math whizzes, and he's like, I don't even know algebra. But I guess that's what they focus on. They maybe met in algebra class or calculus, you know? So then they were whizzes, but yeah. They're not gonna start you from age 3 to be a math whiz. You gotta start early for that stuff like that. I didn't feel loved as a child, so I make certain every day my child knows they are loved beyond a doubt. Too many pets. Paying attention when spoken to, but hanging out with a child always shows me how much I will be like her if I get a child. My mom's terrible mood and critical parenting. I grew up with zero confidence. My whole aim in life now is to instill confidence in my child, to create a safe environment for him and share emotions. I know that he is not responsible for my happiness. Manipulative. I hope I never try to manipulate like she does. Abusive in the worst way. Religious Republican. Literally every quality. It's basically like I don't want to be like my mom or dad, basically. My mother is a narcissist who cheated on my dad and raised me in a cult. I'm happily married and I'm not raising my son in a cult. So yeah. I didn't pick favorites when it comes to my children. I don't rage at them. I can't even imagine doing so. The raised in a cult one kind of just stuck with me.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Right. Where is the cult? Where do they do those at? I'm probably just sounding so
Where
stupid.
do they do those?
Probably in the US right
Where the
now.
cults at?
Remember, we need to start our own.
I haven't left California too much, so I really can't speak too much. So they're probably in some of you guys' backyards. I would not know. Cynical about literally everything. Is it wrong that I have to look up words when I see them because I really want to know the exact
I
definition?
have no clue how to, yeah, I have no clue how to describe cynical because cynical means cynical.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think
Believing-
of the exact, not even a partial.
Believing that people are motivated
I could
purely.
use it in a sentence.
There's a sentence here too. The definition is believing that people are motivated purely by self-interest, distrust of human sincerity or integrity. Used in a sentence. He was brutally cynical and hardened to every sob story under the sun. Her cynical attitude.
Sorry, my medicines are really starting to hit me.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I know. It like I've been fighting it off.
You're fighting it pretty good. You're doing
Yeah.
pretty well. I'm not a stoner. Rage like bashing windows in with shovels, appliances through walls. Also, I don't know a word for this, but my mom told me she loved me once when I was 12. I make sure I tell my kids I love them like 20 times a day. Selfishness, narcissism, abusive, addicted. The list is long. My mother's constant need to criticize people. These are very interesting. I try not to be as overly critical as my dad was. Too draining.
It's just
Man,
weird that part of me cannot understand parents are like this. And then part of me completely understands because I had a husband exactly like that shit. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
It's like, do you realize how your actions affecting your kids' lives? Like 30, 40, 50, all of your lives by what you do and say right now?
I
Yeah.
mean,
So,
in
Okay, yeah,
my
sorry.
opinion, times are different and people are different. And because times are different and people are different, it makes anyone and everything and how they say and how they believe is different.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like how trends and how people are affecting their children and how, I mean, even the government, how they're affecting times and all that is different.
I promise I'm listening. I need to just turn my camera off. I'm going to keep my mic on, but if I start snoring, Pookie can mute me.
Either way, I'm headed to bed pretty soon, so
I got a few of these comments here.
Yeah.
One says, a man hater. My mother had issues with men before my dad due to abusive marriages she witnessed growing up, and she carried them into her relationship with him. She was either submissive to the point she relinquished her power or completely uncooperatively. She never learned how to trust herself and have her own back, whether it works out with a man or not. It didn't help that my dad cheated and had a baby with somebody else. By the time I was born, my grandparents had worked out the kinks in their marriage, so I witnessed their bond when they were truly living life, but my mother had never sought therapy, so she grew into a man hater. I personally love cooking for my man and showing him love.
Well, men are fine. They're people like any other. I mean, I admit I have no fucking backbone when confrontation comes up, but it doesn't matter what gender it is. It's
Right,
just loud voices I don't like.
right. One here says super
Sorry.
critical.
You can tell, Med, sir.
Super critical, always walking on eggshells, never doing anything right. I realize it's just their own insecurities that drive them to be like this. Hypocrisy, stupidity. For instance, the info is out there, but don't even go looking. Just totally stupid. Sharing my misery with others, allowing my traumas to limit my life living. Being religious, I studied many religions, and it made me realize that beliefs are very personal, and most religions teach people to hate others that believe differently.
yeah. So
Oh, fuck that. I love learning about other religions.
Yeah, that's it. I got that. That
me
opinion
me
right there is a lot. I gotta check on that later. I gotta message him.
me learning religion, I remember being in Sunday school and people talking to me about some dude in the sky, how he thinks things should be and how he turns things to be and this God and I'm like I'm fucking 6 years old and you guys are telling me there's some dude in the sky, like what the fuck is basically like I mean
Oh,
obviously when I
well,
was
at
six,
least
but like
yours was in the sky. I was told mine was here, there, everywhere.
Mm.
That's fucking
yeah,
scary.
constantly watching us like and then he gives me epilepsy, like what the fuck, dude, like what did I do to deserve this?
At the same point, I do like the spiritualism about my religion. I think it was presented wrong as a youth. Let's put it that way.
Mm.
So
I
I'm
wouldn't
trying to give
I wouldn't sorry, go
mine.
ahead.
That's okay. So I'm trying to present to my kids what I like about him, the traditions that I remember, and like the holidays, doing the Shabbat candles. But in reality, you gotta use your fucking brain, boy. Okay, I don't use the F word. I don't.
That's fine.
That,
Yeah, if you do. I use it all the time. So
Do you
I-
eat too much, Jim?
my mom would always
What often?
tell me to stop fucking swearing. So
I have no filter sometimes.
I mean, either way, your kids are gonna find that filter.
Oh yeah, exactly. And as my best friend says, filters belong on cigarettes, not
And they don't make a difference.
me.
As a smoker, it doesn't make a difference.
Nothing hits like tobacco.
I would say there's definitely some things that hit differently than the tobacco.
Oh, they hit like they don't hit like tobacco. They
Yeah,
hit nice,
yeah.
but they don't hit like tobacco. There's a difference.
Hey, you guys, I got something. It's never trust someone who fill in the blank.
Never trust someone who in the blank.
Fill in the blank.
Sad part is my dad.
Not your
'Cause-
dad. But never trust someone who.
Is my dad what?
Yeah, I mean, as much as
Never trust
I mean-
someone who is your dad. That's only your dad. That's real specific.
well, I mean that's super specific. Then
What does your father do? That would go there.
He just never has been a father to me.
So never trust someone who
As
never
a father.
been a father.
Yeah, I mean,
Patrick, where the fuck did you go?
It's kind of categorizing me.
I feel like that's more characterized to my life. So I don't know how to actually say that, but
Well, I got a few of these comments here. One says, never trust someone who doesn't know the difference between a woman and a girl.
I mean that's a huge difference.
Never trust someone who is a fool or an evil genius. Never trust someone who doesn't want a cup of tea. I'm British, so honestly, this tracks.
Well, I mean, and if someone said that to me, I would say never trust someone who's British.
Yeah, I don't trust people who come up and say you want some tea.
I mean, it doesn't really matter if you drink tea or
Unfortunately,
coffee.
I'd most likely to say yes.
Yeah, I think if you were like, let's go to Starbucks or something like that, that's cool. But want some tea?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure. What's
Depending on
how
where
you,
we're going, sure.
if you
Maybe
nobody
not your
asks?
house, but not
If
gonna
someone-
get a fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Comments?
someone was like, "Hey, I'd rather go get some tea than coffee," I'm like, yeah, whatever. That doesn't make any difference to me. But like, say if someone says, "Hey," like you said, what is it? Don't trust someone who wants to go for some tea. Like that shouldn't be a thing.
Never trust
It says never
anybody who
trust someone who
doesn't
doesn't
like
want a cup
Jimmy
of tea.
Buffett.
Never trust someone who eats zucchini and farts them out. Never trust someone who is not eligible for stimulus check in the park with the kids. Never trust someone who doesn't believe in the 1990s.
I mean, saying never trust someone in blank, I think, is a very vague thing.
Never
It'd be-
trust someone who come to the house and get in touch with your body.
Never
What?
trust someone who comes to your house and
And get in
touches-
touch with
Okay, that
get in
kind of sounds
touch with your
creepy.
body. I didn't understand that one, but
I mean, yeah, that I really don't understand any of them really because
Don't trust someone who would come sexually assault you. Yeah, definitely. No.
right? Like I also grew up with a stepsister who raped me. I mean, we were both kids at the time, but like
It doesn't matter. Experiences like
well,
that will always affect you. Even
exactly.
it's,
But nowadays, I still wouldn't trust her because of how we were essentially
my
raised.
survivor sib.
That don't trust someone in the blank is such a vague. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but like it's such a vague thing.
I think that's the point, unfortunately.
It's like, oh, don't trust someone who just said what you just said. Toaster, like, okay, yeah.
Don't trust somebody who
Don't
doesn't
trust
like the
somebody that,
color green.
yeah. It's such a stupid thing and a vague kind of question. It's like, oh, don't trust someone who's named Pookie, or the fact that he's black, or the fact that he has dreads, or don't trust someone who's named Toaster.
You just
You
named all
shouldn't.
losers.
You
The
should
black,
never
the
trust someone
hair.
named Toaster. As I said, I'm the little devil on your shoulder.
If there was someone named Toaster just on a piece of paper, I wouldn't trust it.
Probably.
Huh.
I wouldn't trust the parents.
No, I mean just like on paper. If it was like, come hang out with me, Toaster. Like, oh no. And if it was like Sharon,
I mean, as long as they got some like toasted bread, I was like, all right, yeah, maybe I'll come hang out with you.
Hey, I'm Toaster because I like to stay toasted.
Me too.
Okay.
I'll be Toaster Junior.
God,
And
If
you're
you
my
could
the
be
little
fact,
good
brother. You can't be Junior.
if you could be good at one thing, what would you choose? First comment says making money. Languages, being able to travel anywhere and actually connect with people.
I mean,
Blackmail, it's probably the only thing to get Congress to clean up our mess of a country.
yeah, I would agree with you that, but like the fact that someone would say that is a bit of a red flag, in my opinion. Being able to
Blackmail.
trust someone because they
Oh
make
no, I
money.
think we moved on.
Right. Well, sorry. So what?
Oh yeah, we moved on. Um,
What
if
was
you
it again?
if you could be good at one thing, what would you choose?
Oh, okay.
One says making money.
Can I say, can I be better at something? Because I don't mean to brag, but I think I'm already good at it. But like better at writing.
I think I'd like to be good at coding. One here says blackmail. It's probably the only thing to get Congress to clean up our mess of the country. Being a dad is the only one thing I've nailed consistently acceptable level and wouldn't trade that for anything. My wife passed when my boys were only 10 and 12, so I had no choice. Both now fully grown. One is a physio for an elite professional sports organization, and the other is a successful lawyer. And I have a good relationship with both of them. I fucked up a lot of stuff in life, but I'm glad I got the parenting stuff right.
In my opinion, it's being able to have a good relationship with anyone and everyone. Being able to talk, communication. Communication, I probably would say, is probably the best word I would say.
Being a good human.
Key.
Say that again, Toaster.
Communication is key.
Correct.
Yep,
That
for
was right.
anything and everything, in my opinion.
Yes.
And I think that's the one of the biggest fallacies which this world is lacking on, is the fact that we can't really truly communicate kind of how we are able to communicate here.
Yes. I like that.
And this is why I like talking to you guys is communication.
I'm gonna go through these last comments. One says memory. One says piano.
I changed my answer.
What?
I want to
And
pick
there's
that
golf.
one.
There's golf, and then there's 2 or 3 languages, Spanish and Japanese. Parenting. Learning, that's a good one. Learning. Because I can't learn anything because I cannot retain info. But if I can learn things, that'd be fucking amazing. I mean,
That's why I
And-
wanted the memory.
use my language.
Learning things takes communication.
It all circles back.
Let's see. Couple more. Piano. Memory. Insanely good at video games. Commenting on Reddit. Investing. Saving money. I'm terrible at it. Butt stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely butt stuff. That takes a lot of. It definitely helps a lot.
Butt stuff.
Oh dear. I heard bus, B-U-S, and then I heard the correction, B-U-T-T.
if I'm not
stuff.
mistaken, it was butt stuff.
Butt stuff. We'll leave it at that.
Either way, like I said, communication is key.
Yeah,
And Toaster said that too. And I'm gonna communicate with you guys. I'm gonna head to bed.
okay. In that case,
All right.
I think this might be a good place for me to stop too.
Well,
I
I will
hope-
talk to you guys soon. Good
I
I
hope
night.
love you,
y'all have-
Pookie.
Good
It
night
was
to you,
great
fellow
chatting with you.
insomniacs.
You guys sleep well. Have a good
You
night.
too.
I
Good
will.
dreaming.
Live long and
Yeah.
prosper.
Peace and long life.
I'm
Yes.
sure I'll probably see you Tuesday.
Hopefully.
Cheers, guys.
Take your medication as prescribed.
Hey, when you guys are tired, go to sleep. Otherwise, I'll be here
I was gonna say, that's
until
what I do. I like talking with you guys on Insomniacs.